Who's excited for a brand new segment? Eh?
I guess we are.
Okay. Well, I certainly am. We're calling it the quick pitch, and this is where we give you one AL player and one NL player that you need to keep your eye on, good or bad. So, Al, we'll start with you. And since your name is spelled AL, we'll start with that league, the American League. Give me a guy that we need to keep an eye on.
All right. Well, I was going somewhere with that analysis of the Seattle bullpen, as hard as I might have been able to tell that. But, there's a guy there, Sean Kelly, who I do like. I've got my doubts about Ardsma. We could go on, for a good long time about that. But
I have no doubts about Ardsma.
But I do have some doubts about Ardsma, and I think Kelly's the guy who could step in if Ardsma gets a little too wild. We don't want to see that. So, I like Sean Kelly pitched a scoreless seventh inning yesterday. I would have rather seen him come in the game later than earlier, but that's Don Wakamatsu's problem, not mine. But so that's my AL guy.
All right. How about you, Emac, in the AL?
Let's go with I'm going to be a broken record and say Howard Kendrick and Ricky Weeks.
Two guys. How about that? And in the NL.
You said AL. I thought you were going AL. I know. All right. So
enough.
Howard Kendrick.
Okay. And then
he
in
should
the
be
NL, you have
in
Ricky Weeks.
In all leagues. And Ricky Weeks.
All right.
Starting in all leagues. Also Barry Zito, that 2-start sleeper, facing the Pirates in his first start.
Al?
Okay, NL guy. Little intrigued by Greg Smith, which, might seem curious because he pretty much stunk yesterday. But, he had a great rookie season with the A's. Moving to Coors.
Great. Good.
Oh, yeah, good. Get a little overexcited, but a very good.
Fell off the map last year.
Fell off the map.
First year with the Rockies.
Going to Colorado. I know he wasn't too excited about that move. And he doesn't fit their typical profile of an extreme ground ball pitcher, but he's not quite the fly ball pitcher that he was in Oakland. So he'll need to moderate
I'm curious
that,
to know how you know that. Because he didn't actually pitch in the major leagues last year.
Well, then I meant 2 years ago.
Okay.
Well, I don't even know what I'm saying because I meant to say 2 years ago.
Okay, that's fine. Greg Smith is not a bad sleeper in NL, deeper NL only.
Yeah.
The key is Jeff Francis, his health. He had a little underarm soreness. It wasn't related to his shoulder surgery, which is more up in this area if you're watching on video. But it's kind of an underarm strain. It was something that sidelined Franklin Morales a couple months last year. Francis, though, says it's unrelated to his shoulder surgery, and it's not a big problem. He could be back by the end of this month, so then Greg Smith would be out. Francis is interesting, but, I hate pitchers with shoulder injuries. But if he's so downgraded that you can take a flyer and stash him just in case, that Rockies team is, a lot of people are picking them in the NL West. I'm not picking the Giants. Not the D-backs, although I said the D-backs could have a career year worth of players in their line. A lineup.
Can we get a close-up of your shoulder, by the way, and maybe you can do the demonstration again?
Well, I was doing it for the video, folks.
No, and it worked. It worked. It was good. All right, we got 15 games on the schedule on Wednesday. Rockies, Brewers, and Giants, Astros are afternoon games. I got 3 questions for you as we look ahead to tonight. First of all, Fausto Carmona. He will pitch against the White Sox in Chicago. What might convince you that he's ready for a nice year? What do you want to see from Fausto Carmona?
Lots of ground balls. And all the reports are that his sinker's working really great this spring. So that's a great sign. And I think as long as that sinker sinks and he's generating ground balls, you're going to see the Fausto of old.
I want to see strikes and a quality start.
Placido Polanco, 6 RBI on Monday. Can he get 7 on Wednesday?
A 7th RBI?
No, 7 total.
No,
yeah.
That was a
he
complete
might
waste
get
of
the
effort
7th.
that you even brought that up.
It was a joke. It was for entertainment.
It was not a very funny joke.
Oh, well, when will you be convinced that this guy could be a very good player?
Well, Polanco is a very good player. I think in mixed leagues he's a viable starter in all formats. He's got he got in the late rounds, but he's hitting second in front of Utley and Howard, and that's a great spot to be in. He's hitting behind Rollins. He's got RBI opportunities. He's got run scored opportunities. He's got consistency. He's got a good bat. He's got a good ballpark. There's a lot to like about Placido Polanco.
Yeah, I don't need to be convinced because I already am a solid mixed league player.
Now, are you asking can he be a great player?
Yeah, I
like
guess
top 5 fantasy second baseman.
I guess I know you talked about it yesterday, but in terms of he had a huge day on opening day, and where he's not going to have 6 RBI every day. But yeah, what could convince you that wow, this guy could be that late round pick that really helped the team out?
Well, he's going to be a late-round pick that helped your team, but he's not going to be a 25, 30 homer guy. He's not going to be a 100 RBI guy. He'll probably score 100 runs if he stays healthy the whole season. But he's going to be more steady, and that's very important in head-to-head leagues. Roto leagues, you can kind of like ride streaks out because the whole season matters the same. Day one matters just as much as day 162. But head-to-head leagues, every week, every day matters more significantly. And Polanco's the guy that's going to be staying on an even keel. I know he had a huge game on opening day, but his numbers for the season will pretty much be steady.
And they'll be pretty much what they have been for his career. He's been a very consistent player, and he's not a guy, a lot of people think, oh, he's moving to this hitter's paradise, but that really only translates, at least in terms of power, if you're a fly ball hitter, which he's not really. So.
Okay. Mack, I know you were a bit afraid of John Maine because of the arm issue. He faces the Marlins tonight. What do you expect?
I would like to have confidence in John Maine. I would, but I think Nolasco's going for the Marlins tonight. That doesn't bode well for the Mets. I think the Marlins are going to have a good game. And Maine, he's going to struggle to get through 5 innings because he's going to throw about 95 pitches and not have as good stuff. But if the Mets can look more like they looked on opening day, Maine could win double-digit starts and be a sleeper. It's just right now, Maine, Pelfrey, Perez, there's too many question marks. Although when I said Pelfrey, good matchup in Week 1 with the Nationals, good matchup in Week 2, I believe, with the Pirates or the Nationals again. So Pelfrey's a sleeper.